And this is a chart that I think says in another way what he so profoundly provided us today. This chart to me represents beautiful, educated, moneyed black people all over America. It could represent black organizations, it could represent black churches, it could represent black social and civic organizations. And what you will notice about these beautiful black people all over America is that everybody is doing their own thing, caught up in a Eurocentric value of rugged individualism, having forgotten that it takes a village to raise a child. There is no power here, brothers and sisters. There is no power here. Power is most effective concentrated. You can take a 55-gallon drum of water, spill it over, it will disperse, find its own level, and eventually evaporate. You can take that same 55-gallon drum of water, put it under pressure, put a lid on it, put a hose in it, put a nozzle on the end of that hose, and it can cut concrete. There is no power with us being disconnected. See, there's nothing wrong with dispersion. I live in Cleveland, you live in Atlanta. We have folk in the Caribbean, we have folk in Africa. That's dispersion. That's okay, but we do not have to be disconnected. We are a disconnected people. We are powerless in disconnection. This is where all the power is. You see? This is where all the power is. Whether you are at the center of your own network or part of someone else's network, this is where the power is. There's a beautiful African proverb that says, when spiders unite, they can tie up a lion. When we connect, because we are disconnected, we're disconnected from those of like mind. We're disconnected from the best practices in our community. I don't care what it is that you want to do, what profession you want to engage in, what business you want to get into. I can introduce you to brothers and sisters all over America they are doing it to death. You just don't know who they are. You are disconnected from them. There is no power in disconnection. Okay? When we connect, we prevent interlopers from coming into our communities and taking and destroying at will.
All right, George.
Try to open up the Booker T. Washington delicatessen in Chinatown and see what happens. So we must connect. We must connect the dots. That must be the movement for our people in the 21st century. We need a lot of us doing a little instead of a few of us doing a lot. We need to get together to get ahead.
The internet is making this possible like never before. Entrepreneur Giovan Buenacosta has crowdfunded an app called Quilombo that helps you find much more than just apartments.
Você quer agora uma comida baiana, uma comida africana, uma comida da Nigéria. Você vem aqui, pega o seu aplicativo e encontra esse negócio facilmente. Nós começamos com 10, 20, 30 negócios. Atualmente a gente está chegando aí no número de quase 800 negócios.
Like Diaspora.Black, Quilombo doesn't exclude whites. It just isn't waiting for them.
Num primeiro momento foi sim, para negros, porque tinha essa dificuldade, essa visibilidade dos negócios, mas a gente entende de que tem uma pluralidade de raças, de pessoas, então a gente abriu para todas as pessoas, não tem limitação.
Is there a place around here that we could visit that's on the app?
Ah, muito bom. Aqui é uma região que a gente tem alguns negócios. Eu vou procurar agora um negócio para nós visitarmos. Tudo bem?
Perfect, yeah. What is it?
Ó, eu tenho aqui arte, tenho educação, tenho esporte,
Is there a bar?
Tem...
Is there a bar?
Tá com fome?
Vamos.
Vamos então.
Welcome to Jida's, an African eatery drawing big crowds. Jida, the owner, produces the goods.
Wow.
Existe aqui no Brasil concurso de petiscos. Então eu me inspirei num prato da Nigéria, é um bolo de arroz com camarões. E também ele vem servido com carne seca.
Has the app helped you attract customers?
Ajudou muito. É uma referência. Você tem como buscar. Você dentro do aplicativo tem a característica da casa, né? E isso é muito bom.
This is the future, Jida says. Practicing a new way of shopping, dining, and connecting. Edouard, the renter on diaspora.black, has become close friends with his Afro-Brazilian host, Joseline.
Has hosting Eduardo in your house made you change your mind entirely about the project and you're about to quit?
Não, fez. Acaba sendo experiências afetivas, porque eu acho que hospedar é mais do que você receber uma pessoa que está em outro país, mas eu acho que é você constituir famílias pelo mundo todo.
É bem interessante, nós temos ótimas conversas, ótimas discussões, é sempre ótimo.
Além de receber, eu me preocupo também de que maneira que eles vão, qual é a visão de Brasil que eles vão ter, né? Não só aquelas atividades culturais que vêm de uma imagem negativa do Brasil, um Brasil das mulatas, um Brasil do futebol, mas um Brasil que tem um universo de riquezas a se descobrir.
All of this makes Giovanni Arve, the unofficial father of the Black to Black movement, optimistic and pessimistic.
A resposta otimista é que nós experimentamos ao longo dos últimos 100 anos grandes transformações que eu não imaginava poder vivenciar. Agora, por outro lado, é preciso levar em consideração que o racismo ele se ressignifica, ele se renova, ele busca novas formas de continuar a existir. Nós temos uma elite atrasada no Brasil, uma elite patrimonialista, pessoas que acham que valores como acesso à educação, como acesso à saúde, como acesso à inovação, são bens de consumo de classe.
Until that's resolved, Black to Black businesses offer Brazil's African descendants a way around racism.
Cooling on a couch, watching TV. So I'm feeling nothing but lazy. Feeling to somebody, nothing else to do. Might as well go to the board and drop something brand new. Feeling on the dice, throwing shit down. Making me hard to the sound. About to stop. Hungry that I'm up for the plug now. Cause I found out you liking this. Would you want it back? Don't you want it back? Don't you want it?
One of Zimbabwe's most celebrated technopreneurs, Maxwell Chikumbutso, has once again come up with a masterstroke innovation, and this time it is an embedded wireless power generator that uses radio frequency to power a television set. Chikumbutso demonstrated his latest innovation to a ZBC News crew at his base in Harare, whereby a TV does not need electricity connection for it to function.
This is our self-powered TV that we have designed, the first in the world to have such kind of a technology where a television is powered with a radio frequency. So as you can see right now, I'm powering this television. So this is the first television in the world that uses self-power to say. It is all in one. You don't need to put it on electricity or on solar panel or anything. As it is a complete solution. Behind the television, you can see that there is a microsonic energy device, this box. This is the device that is converting radio frequencies into pure energy. As you can see, the power of the cable was supposed to be here. On all traditional televisions, power comes here, but there's no power, as you can see. The television is working as it is. So in layman, I think this television is we can call it a self-powered television.
It is indeed an exciting innovation that comes in handy for households without electricity and even so, a relief to many in the event of power outages. Chikumbutso continues to fly the Zimbabwean flag high in the world of innovation, and this latest offering will put the country's map at the forefront of technological transformation. Owen Mandova, ZBC News, Harare.
Watching this, and you know that the last thing this man needs to do is let anyone buy this idea from him. Like, he needs to be in full control. He needs to have like whole autonomy of his idea and his invention. So there is a fear of him getting bought out, which I have. Let me know down below if you have it. You know, they buy it and then all of a sudden it's not a black person who invented it anymore. We know how, you know, all these things go. So there is that fear. And there is also the fear of the electrical companies not going to like this idea very much, because this would literally put them out of business. If radio frequency could be converted into energy and used to power a TV, the question is, what more could we use this method in powering? They're not going to like this very much, if we're being honest. Nobody's going to be needing electrical companies anymore. They're going to have to take a major L, and they are going to have to go out of business. So they're really not going to like this idea very much. And we already see a lot of people talking about protect this man, protect this man, protect this man. There's a lot of comments talking about protect this man, like you can see on the screen. Like, I went on Instagram and I saw this man talking about how he was poisoned. Like, what a scary world we live in. I couldn't find the comments anymore. I don't know why I did not screenshot it at the time, but this is a comment from him as well. As you can see on the screen, he says, "Cover me in prayers, the cabals are not happy." So this man does need like full-on deck 24/7 protection. Like, his life is literally in danger. And we also have to talk about the fact that not only has he invented a TV that doesn't need electricity, he also has invented a vehicle that doesn't need electricity or fuel or water or nothing. Like, the vehicle literally doesn't need anything to start moving. So we are looking at a man who is in like serious danger. So I wanted to bring this story to you guys, you know, spread the word, put the story out there so more people could know about what's going on. And this brings a lot of pride to the continent. It brings a lot of pride to our people. It brings a lot of pride to, you know, the Zimbabweans. Such an invention coming out from Zimbabwe really would positively put the country out there, you know. For those of you who are interested, I'm going to be linking down below his website and his socials in the description if you want to check him out personally and look more into his work, because he has done more than just this TV and this car. And when you go on his website, you're going to get all the information you need. We do need to put him in our prayers, because a brother does need protection and prayers. Like, he needs a lot of it. I can't wait for his inventions, his products to hit the market, because, you know, we're supporting black businesses here. We're supporting our people. That's how we're moving now. We're moving now knowing that, you know, these are the people we need to be supporting. We need to keep those dollars, those pounds, those nairas, and, you know, where it matters, which is in our pockets, in our people's pockets. That's where it matters. Where we are done giving other people money, not anymore. So I hope whatever hold they want to have on him will not prevail, whatever evil they are presently plotting, because we know they are plotting. This obviously is not on their favor in numerous ways. First of all, a black man creating stuff, they don't like that. They don't like that. Second of all, is a black man creating stuff that's going to take money out of their pockets, so they don't like that now times 100. They don't like it at all. So yeah, let me know down below in the comment section what you think. I am super proud of this man. I'm super proud, you know. It's our people doing stuff. Not that we haven't been doing stuff, we have been, but you know how they make it seem, you know how they do, you know how they roll to make it seem like we don't, because they literally steal. So I'm going to leave this one here. I'll see you guys in the next one and in the comments down below.
Suddenly, you left me alone by myself.
Henry Ford wanted everyone to own a car. So in 1908, he invented the Model T. It ran on petrol gasoline. We have a new car we want everyone to own, and it runs on nothing. Wild, untamed ideals just collided with reality. Introducing the world's first self-powered electric vehicle. You never plug it in because it charges itself, which gives you unlimited driving range, and its CO2 footprint is zero. Is the world ready for this? We're not sure. But what we do know is wherever we are going, it will take us there. The new Saith fully powered electric vehicle. Just turn it on and go. Saith, go change the world.
The British led the abolition movement when our ancestors worked, prayed, and fought hard for this.
Somebody send me interview.
They shouldn't be welcomed as leaders of the country, as representatives of the head of state. How these two young white people now going to be here saying we are going to kowtow to them and we are going to bend and bow and kneel to them as if they are gods. Those days are done. The monarchy is a relic. We should leave it behind. It's time for us to move forward and talk about the democratic process.
Hello and welcome back. In this original Black Excellence presentation, we will highlight the 20 Black-owned banks and financial institutions.
Welcome to blackexcellence.com, the site where we share Black excellence, opulence, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
Ever since the founding of the first American bank in 1781, banking has played a critical role in facilitating the American dream. However, Black Americans have generally felt uncomfortable or unwelcome in the larger banking institutions, and many have felt that racial discrimination has played a major part in denials for mortgage loans, personal credit lines, business capital, or reasonable interest rates. Thus, the need for an alternative to these larger institutions where Black consumers are provided with greater access to capital and wider banking services, and where they feel like they are priority number one. In recent years, there has been greater emphasis on the critical role of Black-owned banks with the Bank Black movement. Not only do Black banks give the assurance that they are willing to invest in low to moderate income communities, they also set up aggressive financial literacy programs to help better educate the Black community on the importance of home ownership, investing, saving accounts, and establishing generational wealth. In this original Black Excellence presentation, we will highlight the 20 Black-owned banks, and we encourage you to participate in the Bank Black movement. This is a very proud moment for our culture as we strive to take small but significant steps toward building Black power through Black wealth. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 11, GN Bank. 13 African American men and their many supporters had a dream in the 1930s to establish a savings and loan association to meet the needs of the Black residents of Chicago, since it was all but impossible for people of color to obtain mortgage loans through the traditional banks. As assets grew, so did their ability to help the local communities grow and prosper. Today, they serve over 14,000 customers and have assets of more than $133 million. Number 12, the Harbor Bank of Maryland. Headquartered in downtown Baltimore, this is the only Black-owned and managed commercial bank in Maryland. Harbor Bank was founded to provide capital to individuals who historically lacked. It now has 6 locations, offering checking, savings, credit cards, and loans for commercial real estate, family homes, renovations, and automobile. Number 13, Industrial Bank. Industrial Bank has played a pivotal role in the growth and economic development of the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area through its essential products and services, customer care, and community service. Industrial Bank is one of the largest African American-owned banks in the United States. It has been a strong partner for small and large businesses, homeowners, and personal banking account customers in the DC metro area. Number 14, Liberty Bank. Liberty Bank has grown to serve the Black underbanked community in 8 regions across the United States. They also wanted to take on the challenges of lack of lending and funding and limited ability to acquire assets and build wealth that have plagued communities of color. Liberty Bank is dedicated to providing more minorities with home ownership opportunities, small business loans, and access to financial resource centers, providing free education. Number 15, Mechanics and Farmers. Founded in 1908, this state-chartered commercial bank is the second oldest minority-owned bank in the United States. The 9 businessmen who incorporated the bank were active community builders and pioneers in Durham, North Carolina. They formed the nucleus of a thriving business and residential district in Durham by successfully establishing a number of other institutions and organizations in what became known as Black Wall Street. Today, the bank's mission is a commitment to promoting personal and community development while helping individuals, businesses, and community institutions in urban communities grow and develop. Number 16, One United Bank. One United Bank is an African American-owned company headquartered in Boston, Massachusetts that has financed over $100 million in loans to low to moderate income communities in just the past 2 years. The bank's initial aims were to revitalize the Boston area by lending exclusively to local Black businesses and homeowners, but today it is the first Black internet bank and the largest Black-owned bank in the country. Their current mission is to help develop urban communities and building economic power in African American communities all across the nation. Number 17, Optus Bank. The story of Optus began when a group of African American leaders founded the Victory Savings Bank. This group of visionaries made a commitment to helping anyone, regardless of background or situation, build their wealth and improve their lives. Today, this community bank continues this legacy on the principle that all people should have access to the American dream. By offering innovative ways to manage, move, save, and borrow money for individuals and small businesses, Optus is ensuring that wealth building is not just for the wealthy. Number 18, Tri-State Bank of Memphis. The founders of Tri-State dreamed of a bank which would constructively change community conditions. The bank developed innovative financial and community service with the mission of providing Black communities with financial solutions that transform them for the better. In the first 10 years after its founding, Tri-State Bank of Memphis made more than $10 million in first mortgage loans on homes, representing home ownership for more than 2,000 African American families. Number 19, United Bank of Philadelphia. This bank offers personalized banking services in the greater Philadelphia area to both individuals and businesses. By providing financing to small businesses in urban areas, United Bank supports their growth and allows them to create jobs with livable wages, thus improving the economic condition of those working in the local community. As a mission-driven bank, United Bank continues to create balance in the economic spectrum by offering products and services with a goal of favorably impacting economic disparities in the Black communities. Number 20, United National Bank of Houston. This bank holds the distinction of being the only African American owned banking institution in Texas. Their lending program has always been geared toward helping to rebuild the Black community, and therefore they continue to stress mortgage loans and commercial loans. Overall, this organization can be characterized as an independent community bank, providing quality customer service while presenting an image of professionalism and excellence, which serves as a role model to other businesses in the Houston underserved community.
We appreciate the fact that you stayed with us until the end. Thank you for spending time with us, and don't forget to like this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss a video.
Cooling on a couch, watching TV. No, I'm feeling nothing but lazy. Feeling to some nothing else to do. Might as well go to the board and drop something brand new. Feeling on the dice, throwing shit down. Making me hot to the sound. About to stop. Hungry that I'm up for the plug now. Cause I found out you liking it. Don't you want it back? Don't you want it back? Don't you want it?
I am reading the notes because I know that on phones, person is looking at these notes on the phone will not be able to make out the small text that it's written in. The title of the slide is slide number 1. Notes number 1 for garden, restaurant, catering of your town. Look at the previous Black Economic Network videos about how to grow your Dollar Tree. Also view video 18, especially the segment that is top 20 small business ideas for business catering, and the number 2 thing that he recommended was catering. Catering was the second business idea. The garden restaurant model is a small and simple food service in a small and beautiful setting, such as a small lot with a small kitchen. For example, a shed or a modified container, and covered space for protection against the weather, and having some tables and chairs or benches. The garden setting may be created by trees already in that location and by adding potted flowers and ornamental shrubs and palm trees to create a tropical garden setting. The business model is to start with a catering service from home with a plan to grow it into a garden restaurant. If you can get unpaid labor from relatives or other business partners until the restaurant becomes profitable,
then you can do the garden restaurant, but it's better to start with the catering service. In a previous video, I warned against starting a restaurant with paid labor. Notes number 2. Step 1. Find out if there is enough potential demand to make your business profitable in 1 year, or at least can break even in the first year. Do your homework in your target market to get information about competitors. Pay special attention to places with workers that need lunch. Focus on 2 or 3 healthier but tasty and more affordable meals, including drinks, that is inexpensive or cheaper than the other competitors. Your goal should be to create your niche of repeat customers by great quality products, also convenience and better customer service than the competitors. Start with a menu that gives a choice of a single item or combo sandwiches or cooked meals, and slowly change or grow over time based on what customers ask for.
Suddenly, you left me alone by myself. I realized it was my negligence and not the fault be on someone else. I should have known about your sudden in an instant to watch your life, lady. Oh man, you move suddenly, lady. Yeah. Baby,